Yes, guys, we're live. How you doing, guys? My name is Rich Guzman.
And my name is Ace Guzman. Welcome to Coffee with Ace and Rich, episode 4, right?
Oh, yeah, episode 4. Yeah.
And what is Coffee with Ace and Rich? Basically, the coffee is hot.
Yeah.
And the topic is about making money online or even hotter.
And
Cheers.
the coffee tastes awesome.
It sure does. Now, we are going to kick off today's show about something very important when it comes to, prospecting, recruiting, networking, social networking, all those different things that they talk about.
Yeah,
right?
It's really all about, really finding the right type of prospect for your business. And
Yes.
we're going to get into it. It's going to be awesome.
We really are. So if you're joining us on the live, let us know where you are watching us live from. We'd love to know. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So you want me to start or?
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, cool. So let me open up with that. When you hear the term network or networking, it sounds awful to some people. Some people have like preconceived notions that it's kind of salesy. They feel kind of embarrassed about it.
Slimy,
like a salesman,
text message
selling snake oil.
You're going to text message somebody and bother them?
Yeah. It's like that. But it brings up negative images,
Yeah.
when people think of the word networking. And, people think that it's more about sales, but at the same time, they feel like they have to, pitch people, and then a lot of them don't know what to say, and they might, get shot down.
Yeah.
So there's this fear that
I was
comes
like
up.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
I think we all were all like that when before we became pros. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. But in today's episode, we're breaking down the exact plan that Rich and I did when we went from zero and we became professional networkers online and grew our circle of influence to the numbers that they are today. Even if you are just starting from scratch, this episode is for you. Okay?
And earn $30K in 30 days.
Yes, definitely. Well, of course, we can't forget the money. Even though we enjoy we love what we do, but we still want to talk about the money, of course.
Absolutely.
Yes, you definitely can make money online with that. But it won't come unless you do the work.
You got to do the work and build that compound effect.
Yes, exactly.
Now, understand, guys, in the very beginning, I was a total introvert, okay? I gave myself
not Rich Guzman, right? Oh, really, an introvert? You?
I gave myself a challenge. And I wanted to make like 30 meaningful connections in 30 days, right? Whatever way that I could. I wanted to build real conversations. I did it with video. I did it with conversations on Facebook, okay?
Yeah.
And I started my own group on Facebook. And I started creating those conversations. It didn't matter how I was going to create these conversations. I wanted to create these conversations. And that was my challenge. And that's what I did.
I remember seeing that shift in you. It literally, it went from resistance to actual enjoyment. I saw that, and that was a big difference.
Yeah. It was awesome.
Yeah. So let's talk about helping these people with this problem, because this is one of the challenges that a lot of network marketers deal with, and affiliate marketers as well. And why do we touch on affiliate and network marketers? Because what's happening now in our industry, whether you want to accept it or not, network marketing is literally hybriding into affiliate marketing. Have you noticed that?
With the compensation plan change and everything, yeah.
Yeah, compensation plan changes and stuff.
But I want to dive in a little bit deeper, though, because before I got started, I had a fixed brain. I thought I knew everything, and I've seen, networking, I should say. It felt like a drag. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I didn't want to go through that process. I just felt really like if I reach out to people, I'm just going to get avoided, and I just didn't want to deal with that, right?
Yeah.
But the breakthrough really happened when I stopped calling it networking, right?
Yes.
I just started calling for what it really is. It's just building professional relationships with people. And that's when I started changing how I saw things. Because sometimes if you just change the language a little bit, it changes the perspective for you.
Yeah.
I stopped trying to get something from people and started really getting curious about people. All right, let me repeat that again. I started trying to get something from people and started just getting more curious about people, and that's when it clicked. That's when it really clicked.
I do remember seeing that in you as well. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's more about just finding out more about the person and everything. And I got to give credit to my coach, Jeffrey. Traveling and seeing him and training me and focusing on
Jeffrey's
the relationship
Yeah.
with other human beings, the psychology and everything.
Yes.
That really was a really big help for me.
Right.
And that helped me with that shift.
So let's talk about, Rich, from what you know about the foundation. I mean, I do a lot of social networking, a lot of the coaching with the students and stuff, but let's talk about the building the foundation, right? That laying that first brick in that first week of feeling uncomfortable.
Well, I mean, week 1, the goal was simple, just 5 new connections. Right. I think people overcomplicate it, or they make it like really big.
They do.
And they don't know how to really chunk it down and start small.
Yeah.
But for the first week, just started with 5 new connections, and then from there I started multiplying those connections. First thing I did was clean up my Facebook. That's the first thing I did. Because I started learning that, wait a minute, my friends are not my business partners. Right? I started learning like strangers actually work better than people that you know. Right? What a concept, right? And that really helped me keep a real clear head, and really understand how to clean everything up in a way that I started looking professional. I started, changing my timeline cover and started, putting the right kind of information on the profile and things like that. That really, changed everything, because I just I wanted people to see me very genuine, right? I didn't want to come off as salesy. I just wanted to be me. And when I started doing that, I noticed people actually did conversate with me, which was awesome.
No, that's great, because you had a really great mentor, DK, right? From back in the day.
DK, Dennis Cagalera. They started this whole process. A lot of people don't really know that.
They don't really know that.
But they were the early adopters. I call them the godfathers, right?
Yeah.
The godmothers, too, because there was Maria Andros, there was Dennis Cagalera, Jimmy Davis, right?
All of our nice
and they were called MLM Goldmine, if you guys don't know. They're not around
mentors,
anymore,
our mentors.
They started it back in the day, and what you're seeing, what's happening right now on the internet.
Yes.
And I learned a lot from them as well.
Yeah.
The important thing was really just getting started and just taking action. And the great thing what they taught was to take responsibility.
Yes.
And that was very important.
Y'all overcomplicate this stuff, and you shouldn't do that, really, because Rich did it, clean, straightforward, and he actually focused on just, real conversations, the gift of gab. And I did the same thing with working with Max Steingart and learning how to communicate.
Yes,
online.
yes, but let's keep it real with people, because this is coffee, with Ace and Rich, and we got to be real and raw.
Yep.
Well, in the very beginning, let me tell you something about Ace, okay? Because Ace didn't want to do any of what I was telling her to do. She wanted to do it her way, all right? So I started realizing that I need to make sure I break things down for her, because she was not even taking action.
Right.
I would tell her, like, okay, start off with, blocking 30 minutes a day, start
I was a blockhead.
Stop commenting on posts. Why do I have to comment on posts? Well, because if you don't comment on posts, nobody's going to know you exist.
It's true.
Because it's not just about you going out there and making connections. It's about you becoming relevant out in social media, in the marketplace.
And I was overcomplicating it, truth be told. I got like lazy at learning. I didn't want to do this stuff. Like, I just wanted to make the money, and I had that kind of a mindset, and I just wanted to share my damn link and just make the money. I didn't want to do all the necessary things. It's like, oh, okay, I got to talk to people.
No. But you were spamming people, I remember.
I was spamming people. Oh my God.
And here's the thing. There's a better way to do it, guys. There's a better way to do it. Just take 30 minutes a day and start commenting on posts, because not only is that individual going to see that post, like, your comment, but everybody that is in that circle is going to see that comment as well. And that's where the magic comes in. Yeah,
because the algorithm right now, it notifies you on every like, every comment, every share, and people need to start looking at the bell.
Yeah.
Look at the bell. Okay? In the upper right-hand corner, there's a bell, and the bell is dinging and telling you what's going on. And
don't ignore the bell.
Don't ignore the bell. Even if you don't hear the damn sound, it's there for a reason. It's telling you. And I use that for accountability. And matter of fact, we're doing that with the team this month. Is we're letting people in our team understand the art of communication and understanding how to network so they can grow from zero. And they're doing it. They're actually adding 20 people a day, every day now, and they're holding themselves accountable, and they're even running in pods, like we have them grouped up.
Yes.
And they report to us, and they're letting us know. But we also have to do it ourselves, because obviously it doesn't make sense if you tell somebody to do something and then you don't do it yourself.
Exactly.
Right?
So here's what I'm going to give you guys an action step to really help you move forward starting today. Okay, we want to give you some actionable stuff. We're not going to be here all day, but I'm just going to give you simple strategies you can follow starting right now. So if you're right now on social media and you've been struggling to connect with people, this is why. All right. Here's what I want you to do. Step one. You start adding new friends, but you don't start adding just any new friends. You start adding targeted friends. So if you are a network marketer or an affiliate marketer, find other circles of other affiliate marketers or other network marketers. And what you do is you don't add them as a friend right away. No. You find their profile.
Yes.
And then what you do is you comment on their posts and genuinely comment. Don't say, oh, that's pretty cool, right? Don't do that. That was my mistake in the very beginning. What I started doing was really be meaningful about what they actually took the time to post.
Right.
And it really meant something.
Yeah.
So here's the next step. So that's step number one. Step number two, I want you to go and send that person a personal message and tell them, hey, I just commented on your post of what you just said about XYZ. Make it meaningful.
Right.
And I thought that what you said was XYZ. And that begins the conversation.
Yes.
Everybody's just afraid of conversating. This is a great way to break that ice and have a conversation. Right. Then, and say, I just added you as a friend. Right? Now, that's a big difference than just going to, profile and go, as a friend, as a friend, as a friend. That's not meaningful. The way that you do it, okay, guys, is you got to make sure that you comment on their post, then send them that message and tell them that you just added them as a friend after you appreciated what they posted. Okay? And then once that happens, you get accepted, reply back. Hey, I see you just commented on my post. I see you just replied back to me in the messenger.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
What's going to happen is not only is their circle or that person's circle is going to see your comment, but they're going to also go to your profile when you make a comment. And then what you can do now is
they check you out.
Right.
Yep.
What you can do is go on the people who commented on that same post and repeat the process of the individual that you just did that method with. Now you're starting to duplicate in that same circle.
Yes.
You know what's important about actually building relationships with people who comment? They're alive. They're doing something. They're engaging.
Yes.
And the magic thing is when that happens, when you start creating your own content, they'll start engaging with you because you're engaging with them.
It's fair enough.
Okay?
Exactly. You commented on theirs and now you're going to, they're going to comment on yours. But here's the other thing that is also part of this whole structure with the foundation is also laying your brand down because, I'm not talking about having logos and fancy lettering and fancy timelines, but I am talking about having something up there instead of nothing.
Yes.
And making sure that it's clear that what who you are and who do you serve, because a lot of people, if I did a Facebook audit and I go through your profiles, holy cow, look at your profile pictures.
Yes.
You need some work, and you may not think it's important, but honestly, your first impression is everything. And so when somebody sees you not smiling on your profile, that doesn't build trust.
No.
And you're not even looking at the camera. You're like looking away at the camera up here, this way.
Yes.
You're supposed to look at the camera
Exactly.
and make that connection. Like I told one of my students today, I'm like, take that picture down. Dude, you need to get a new picture up there and smile at the camera at least, And it's important because that establishes trust in building the first part of the impression. And then the second part is also, where are you from? Right? So like my guy is from Scotland. So I say, why don't you find a beautiful photo of Scotland and let's put it up there. Even if it's a place that you live, put something there that's the nicest part of that place. It could be a part of that place that people travel to all the time. Maybe tourists go visit. Maybe you haven't been there or plan to go on there at least. But put that there. People who live in Disney World, that's an easy one. Right? If you live in Florida, Disney World, that's the first thing that comes to mind. So you just change your whole entire cover to Disney World, and it's very attractive, and you just find that.
Now, I want to give the third step, and this is a bonus tip I'm going to give you guys. Okay, I already gave you 2 steps. Now I want to give you this one's going to be like a nuke. You guys are going to love this, okay? Now, when it comes to finding the right kind of people, here's what I would do. I would go to business profiles, and I would find the people who are commenting. You ever notice somebody has a business profile, right? And then all of a sudden, they run ads. And when they run ads, here's the thing. They are engaging. All right. Remember, they're paying for these ads to get engagement to create business for themselves.
Right.
And here's what you can do. All right. You can go on those business pages and you can start finding the people who are commenting. All right. And then you can start dialoguing and building relationships with those people with the methods I just explained to you in those first 2 steps. That's how you find super, ultra targeted potential prospects for your business.
Can I touch on that too?
Yeah, that's pretty
because
powerful.
That is powerful, because what happens is with those types of people, usually what happens is they are equipped and know what they should be included into their bio. And you can utilize what you read about them in their bio and really read about their bio. So find out. Yeah. Don't get caught with, a situation where you're in there sending a friend request to somebody and they're like, you haven't looked at my bio yet. Unless that person did not fill out their bio completely. That means you don't know anything about them. Then you have every right to ask them any question you want.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So guys, I mean, there's so many methods you could use,
yes.
but this is one of the most powerful methods. Go to a business profile page, right? Someone that's active in running those ads.
Yes.
And then see who's commenting.
You can tell.
Right? You can tell. They're interested.
Yes.
These are interested prospects. If they were not responding, they want to be interested. So you know.
Exactly. Yeah. And don't be so quick to like throw out your link. I have to say this because a lot of people are so, hungry that they come from a place of desperation. Regardless if you're in network marketing, you're selling a physical product, or you're involved with an affiliate and you're selling a software or service, or, traffic for that matter. The point is you want to make sure that you hold back and that control comes into play. You have to control yourself not to give your link out, because how do you know if that's what they want to hear about you? And a lot of times what happened in the beginning when I made a lot of mistakes was I gave my link out too quick. And that's why I'm teaching you from experience. And the thing is, I know now through my mentorship from working with Max and other people in the industry who do this professionally all day long. It's all day. Todd Falcone, right. Awesome, right? These guys know how to hold back. They know when to deliver and when it is time to just give out the link. And then you have to learn when the opportunity is right to give out the link. You don't look in the conversation and go, oh, okay, now it's time to give my link. No, you have to study the conversation first. And if there's an opportunity to make a sale, write this down. That's when you give out your link.
And sometimes you don't even have to. If you do it right, you become attracted to the marketplace. They will seek you out and click on your own link without you even telling
Exactly.
them.
The hunter, instead of the hunter, looking for the hunted, you become the hunted.
You become the hunter. Exactly. All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank you so much for being here on Coffee with Ace and Rich. Yeah. And hold on, my coffee got cold here. All right, cheers.
Man, I've been drinking. Mine is almost gone. Hurry up.
All right, baby.
Well, I got a little sip up in here.
All right, guys, we're going to wrap this up again. Thank you for being here with us on Coffee with Ace and Rich. And we'll see you on a new one next week. Take care, guys. Matter of fact, we'll be here Friday on Ace and Rich for by Design Live.
Yes, definitely.
Take care, guys. You guys have a wonderful week.
Bye now.
Bye, guys.